everybody and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I have decided to do another tier ranking video. I really enjoy filming these, and also I've read quite a few books so far this year, so I wanted to do a tier ranking of all the ones I've read so far, because then I can see how my opinions differ when it gets to the end of the year. So as of right now, I have read 50 books so far this year, and it's currently the 3rd of July. So yeah, I've put them all into a tier ranking website, and I thought that we could do a little tier ranking video together. Okay, so I have up on my laptop, so if I keep looking to the side, it's because my laptop's here with the tier ranking website on it. But yeah, no, so I have 5 different categories. So top category is 6-star faves. This is the books that I've absolutely adored, that I've read so far this year, that I can't stop thinking about, and that I just think are absolutely incredible. We have 5-star amazing, which is just like my 5-star reads of the years, the books that I've really enjoyed. Then we have loved it. These are the books that I've really enjoyed, but they just weren't quite 5 stars for me. Liked it. These were ones that were just kind of middle of the road, not my favourites, but still quite enjoyable reads. And then we have the bottom category, which is it's a no from me, which is the books that I've just really not liked this year, and that I gave very low ratings, and I actually have a few of them. So yeah, let's get on into the video. Okay, so the first one that I have is Reckless by Lauren Roberts. This is book 2 in the Powerless series. I really enjoyed this book. It's not a 5 star, so I am going to put it into loved it. I absolutely adore the Powerless series. I've read all of them now, and I'm really looking forward to the next novella that comes out very soon. But you know, I've really enjoyed this series. Reckless, however, wasn't a 5 star for me. I think I gave it a 4.5 in the end, because it felt very much like a filler book, and it was looking at being just a 4 star, but then the ending changed it for me, and it made it a 5 star for me. Well, not a 5 star, a 4.5 star for me. Okay, up next we have A Photo Finish by Elsie Silver. This one I'm going to put into liked it. I did really enjoy A Photo Finish. I really loved the Gold Rush Ranch series, but I think in that series, for me, the last 2 books are my favourites. They're the ones that I really enjoyed, whereas book 1 and 2 were good, but they're not my favourites. Okay, next we have the Mindfuck series. This one, I'm gonna have to put this one into, I think, 5-star amazing. So I have read 50 books this year, but with the Mindfuck series, I decided just to put them all as like the one that's like one cover for all of them together, because even though I counted them as individual books on my Goodreads goal, I can't be bothered getting all the screenshots of those different covers when I could just do the one cover. Individually, the books in the Mindfuck series aren't all 5 stars for me, but the series as a whole is a 5-star series for me. I absolutely adored it. I really loved the story, and I loved the characters, and it's one of the first like dark, like proper dark romances I've read, and I really enjoyed it, and I really want to read more dark romance. Okay, next we have Live Ranch Love by Emma Lucy. I read this very recently, and this is going to go into loved it, if it will move. Yeah, I read this for a reading vlog that's going to be on my channel very soon, or it's already out before this one. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think it's going to be out yet. But you know, I really loved Live Ranch Love. I thought it was really fun. I really liked the characters. It had incredible banter, and I can't wait for book 2 in the series, and the author is absolutely lovely. And she's very interactive on her social media. Like, she liked my review and commented on it and stuff like that, so yeah. I very much enjoyed that book. Okay, up next we have The Dixon Rule by Al Kennedy. This one is going to go into 5-star amazing, and that is because I absolutely adore the Campus Diaries series. It honestly, I think it's my favorite Al Kennedy series. Like, I don't get me wrong, I love Off Campus, I love Briar U, but there's just something about the Campus Diaries series that just made me fall in love with it, and I think I'm gonna put all of them in there now. So let me just scroll down and grab the Charlie Method as well and pop that in. I've read this entire series this year and I absolutely am obsessed with it. I read the first 2 books in January and I read book 3 not that long ago, I don't think, but yeah, they're all 5 stars for me. They're all absolutely incredible. I love the characters, I love the stories, I love the romances, and I'm really sad that it's only a trilogy because I really wish they would have more books in it, because I just think it could have just, yeah. But yeah, I absolutely adore the Graham Effect, the Dixon Rule, and the Charlie Method, because I just think they're all incredible books. Okay, the next one is the first one that is going into our very bottom category, and that is First Down by, I think it's Grace Riley. If you watched one of my reading vlogs from earlier this year, I read this book in that reading vlog and I gave it a 2-star. I really did not enjoy this book. I didn't like the characters, I didn't like the romance, I didn't like the plot. I just felt it was very bland and it just didn't really have much to it, so I really didn't enjoy it, and then I have now since sold the rest of the series just because that book put me off and I didn't want to read the rest of them. Okay, up next we have Corrupt by Penelope Douglas. This one is going to go into Loved It. This is another one I read pretty recently. I read this for the book club that I'm in, that Geordie and Em run, and because it was the book club pick of the month for June. I gave this, I think, a 4.5. I really enjoyed it. It's a very enjoyable book. Obviously it's a dark romance, so if you want to read dark romances, I would say look up your trigger warnings before you do. But yeah, no, I really liked this and I'm really looking forward to reading the rest of the series. I'm actually planning on reading the next book in the series very soon because I will be reading it for a reading vlog that's going to be coming on my channel soon. But yeah, a good book. Okay, next we have Next of Kin, and then the other one is Next to You. I'm going to put both of these in now. These are both Hannah Bonham Young books and I'm putting them both into the liked it category. I absolutely adored Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young, but I just wasn't that big of a fan of Next of Kin and Next to You. There was just something about those books that I just didn't really click with. I thought they were okay, but I wasn't the biggest fan of the characters. I definitely enjoyed Next to You more than I did Next of Kin, but I just wasn't really that big a fan of either of them, and I have since sold them since reading them, just because I knew I was never going to read them again, and I just didn't really want them on my shelves because there's so many more books that are coming out and stuff that I do really want to get and like own, so I wanted to clear up space for ones that I knew I was going to have and read new. But yeah, Next of Kin and Next to You just weren't really my favourites, but I am really looking forward to the sequel to Out on a Limb, which is Out of the Woods, which I am planning on reading very soon if I get the chance and I get out of this reading slump that I'm currently in. Okay, so up next we have The Play by Al Kennedy. This is the, I think, 4th book in the Briar U series. I'm gonna put this into I think liked it. I did enjoy the play. It's not my favourite one from the entire universe. I think my favourites obviously is the Campus Diaries series, and then probably The Mistake and The Score from Off Campus, and then I think it's The Chase, which is the first one in Briar U. I really enjoyed that. I also really liked The Risk as well. But yeah, no, The Play, I liked it, but it isn't an all-time favourite from the series. But yeah. Okay, up next we have Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. This is going to go into It's a No from me. I read this as a book club pick because I used to be in Alan Catherine's Patreon and stuff, but I just haven't really been able to afford it anymore. But this was a book club pick for it earlier this year, and I just at first, when I first read it, I kind of enjoyed it, but the more I thought about the book, the more I just found wrong with it, and the more I just started to dislike it. So I ended up just lowering my rating for that, and I think at this point it's a 2-star for me. So that's why it's going in. It's a no from me. Okay, up next we have Tower of Dawn by Sarah J Maas. This one is going to go in loved it, because this one wasn't a 5-star for me. I still really enjoyed it. I love the Throne of Glass series. Everyone knows I love the Throne of Glass series because it's honestly one of my all-time favourite series, and I want to reread it. But Tower of Dawn within itself is one of the weaker ones in the series for me. I think my favourites are probably The Assassin's Blade, Queen of Shadow, Empire Stormed, and Kingdom of Ash. But actually, I can't even actually say that because I just love all of them. I love all of them. I think they're all incredible, and I absolutely adore the series. So, yeah, Tower of Dawn is going in loved it because it wasn't a 5-star for me. Okay, next we have The Dare by Elle Kennedy. This one is going in It's a No from me, which is very sad, but this is my least favourite Elle Kennedy book. I just really did not enjoy The Dare at all. I liked the main guy in it. The main girl was just a big no from me. She just annoyed me. I wasn't a big fan of the story that much, and I just didn't really like the characters. So yeah, it just wasn't really for me. So, yeah. Okay, up next we have Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer. This one I'm going to put it in... I think I'm going to put this one in liked it. When I originally read this, I gave it a 4.5, but I think now, looking back at it, I'd probably give it a 4 instead. And honestly, I think I'd give that one a 4, and I'd up my rating of The Wingman to a 4.5. Just because looking back at the series now, I think Behind the Net is the one I enjoyed the least. So yeah, that one I liked, but it's not my favourite from the series. Okay, next we have Play With Me by Becca Mack, and this one is going into 6-star faves, the first one in that category. I absolutely adored this book. I thought it was incredible. We all know I wasn't the biggest fan of the first book in this series, but book 2, I just thought it was so good. I loved the couple. I just loved the romance between them. I loved everything about it, and it has one of my favourite tropes, which is brother's best friend, so you know. But yeah, I really, really loved it. And I think it was a very good book. Okay, yeah, next we have The Way I Am Now by Amber Smith, and this one is going to go into 5-star amazing. I really love the Way I Used to Be duology. It's a very heartbreaking duology, but it's so beautifully written. That is one you should definitely look at your trigger warnings before you read it, because does cover some quite dark topics. But I really, really enjoyed reading it, and I thought it was very beautifully written. I always feel really weird trying to describe how I feel reading a sad book, because I didn't enjoy it, but the fact that I enjoyed the content, like I didn't enjoy the devastating stuff that happened in it, but I thought it was like a beautifully written book, and I enjoyed the experience of reading it, if that makes any sense. I don't know. Okay, next we have The Fake Out by Stephanie Archer. This one is another one going into loved it. I really enjoyed The Fake Out. I think that one so far is my favourite in the Vancouver Storm universe. I really, really liked it. I really liked the couple. I thought it was very fun, and I just had a really good time with it. and I'm really looking forward to reading book number 4 in the series, which is Gloves Off. I just haven't had a chance to read it yet, but I am planning on reading it soon. Okay, next we have Off to the Races by Elsie Silver. This is another one going in Liked It. I'll put it there in front of a photo finish because I don't like not having them in order. Yeah, no, I did enjoy Off to the Races. I think out of the series, I think that from Gold Rush Ranch, that one is the weakest, but it is still very good. I really liked the characters, but it just wasn't my favourite from the series as a whole. Okay, up next we have Onyx Storm. This one is another one going into Liked It, which is very sad for me to say. I really loved the Imperium series. I loved Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, but for me, Onyx Storm felt very much like a filler book. Like, for the first, like, 70-80% of it, nothing really happened, and then all of the action was packed into like the last 20-30%. So I was honestly kind of bored for the majority of it, and it took me a really long time to read it. And I think I gave it a 4-star. So yeah, it's the weakest in the series for me, and I just didn't really like it all that much. So it's having to sadly go into the Liked It category. Okay, next we have Fate Hollow Academy Term 1, which is, I think it's by Lyra Winters, possibly? Don't know. I can't remember. I can't see the author's name, but this is going in Loved It. I really enjoyed the Fate Hollow Academy series. I still need to finish reading book 2. I was reading it during a reading slump, and I just haven't gone back to it since then. But I really need to finish it very, very soon, because I do really like it and I like the characters. It's not a literary masterpiece by any means, but it's a fun little spicy series, and it's a reverse harem series, and I love books like that. So, let a girl read her mindless smut, okay? We all have our hobbies, and mine is reading random smut that I find on Kindle Unlimited. Technically, I didn't find this one on Kindle Unlimited. It was recommended to me, but yeah. Anyway. Okay, I think we're down to our last few now, so let's just get through these next couple of ones. Okay, up next we have Meet Me Halfway by, I think this is like Lillian something, I can't really remember. This one is going to go into Loved It. I listened to the audiobook of this when I was travelling back from London, when I went to the Gracie and Sabrina concerts with M. I listened to this on the coach on the way home, and I really enjoyed it. It's a very good book, and I just want the physical copy so I can put it on my shelf as a little trophy. This is one that M recommended to me, and of course I loved it because it was a single parent trope one, and we all know my obsession with single parent trope. Okay, the next one, no one should be surprised where this one is going. Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. This is obviously going in my 6-star favourites. This was a reread for me. This was actually the book that got me out of my slump earlier this year, because after the Gracie and Sabrina concerts, I was in the worst slump. I didn't read anything for basically a month, really. I barely read anything, and then I reread Binding 13, and I've been out of a slump ever since. I'm now sadly going back into a slump. I don't know why. I think it's because depression. But I absolutely adore the Boys of Tommen series. Everyone knows my love for this series, so that is obviously why it is in 6-star faves, because this is a series I never stop thinking about, because I wish I could experience reading them for the first time again, and sadly I can't. Okay, up next we have The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This one is going into Loved It. This is a book that's very much out of my comfort zone. I'm very much a romance and fantasy reader, as you can tell by all the other books on this list. But this was the first mystery thriller kind of book I've read, and I actually really enjoyed it. I think I gave it like a 4 or a 4.5. It gives very much Criminal Minds vibes, which if you know me, you know one of my favourite TV shows of all time is Criminal Minds. I absolutely adore Criminal Minds as a TV show. I want to restart watching it again soon, because it's just absolutely incredible, and this series is very good. Like, normally I do not like YA books. I'm not a fan of them, but this one is an exception because it is incredible, and it's made me want to read the rest of the series and also try and see if I can give thrillers a chance, because I keep seeing people recommend thrillers and they sound really good. So yeah, that was a very good book. Okay, the next one. This one is going straight into, it's a no from me. I don't ever give 1 stars. This book was a 1 star. Close Protection by Eden Victoria was honestly one of the worst books I've read ever. It just felt like this book took every single cringy cliche trope you could find and put it into a book and just made me question my sanity. That's all I can say. Yeah, no, I physically, I could not handle this book. I just didn't enjoy it at all. I forced myself to finish it, because I suffered through the first 50% of it and I wanted to put it on my reading goal, but my little squirrel brain won't let me put it on my reading goal until I've actually finished it. So, you know, yeah, no. Okay, the next one is actually a surprise for me, but this one is going into 6-star faves. The Love of My Afterlife by Kirsty Greenwood. I did not expect to love this book as much as I did. I absolutely adored this. I thought it was so good. I absolutely loved the stories. I loved the characters. It was just so sweet and charming and honestly kind of like whimsical, and I just absolutely adored it. It was I guess you'd call it like a magical, like, realism romance. It's just absolutely amazing. It was so funny. It was so, like, the main character was just so charmingly awkward. I had the best time while reading this book. I absolutely love it, and I've not been able to stop thinking about it since I read it. And I just think everyone should read it because it's just so fun and it's so funny, and I absolutely just loved it and the characters. Okay, and another one going in the same category, 6-star faves, is Releasing 10 by Chloe Walsh. This is the most recent book in the Boys of Torment series. When I tell you this goddamn book broke me, it broke me. Like, I'm physically not okay. Like, it physically destroyed my little soul. So, you know, absolutely phenomenal book. I absolutely adore this series. I love this book, and I cannot wait for the next book in the series to come out just because I think it's absolutely incredible. Okay, the next up we have The Front Runner by Elsie Silver, and this is the first one that is going into 5-star amazing from that series. I absolutely loved The Front Runner. It's a 5-star book for me. It's tied in first place for my favourite Elsie Silver book with Hopeless from the Chestnut Springs series. I absolutely adore The Front Runner, and I also absolutely adore Hopeless. It's like literally the 2 of my favourite Elsie Silver books, and just incredible. Okay, next we have For Whom the Bell Tolls by J.C. Lynn. This one is going straight into 6-star faves. Oh my god, I feel going to that. There we go. I absolutely adore this book. I absolutely love this creator. I've basically been following them on TikTok for God knows how long, and the book is basically a prequel to a series that the author has on TikTok, which is called Howl's Bells, and this is the prequel book for that series, and I read it and I absolutely adored it. It's honestly one of my favourites that I've read so far this year. It's such an amazing fantasy book, and I just I love it so much. And I just think it's an absolutely incredible book. Okay, next we have A False Start by Elsie Silver. This is the last book in the Goldust Ranch series, and this one is going into Loved It. I really, really enjoyed this book. I loved the characters and I loved the relationship between them. I thought it was so fun. This one and The Front Runner are two of my favourites from that series. It's a very good little series and I really enjoyed it. And I just think that everyone should read it because it's so good. If you love the Chestnut Springs series, you should definitely read Goldust Ranch. Okay, next we have Empire of Storms. This one is going into 5-star. Amazing. I love the, like I said, Throne of Glass series. Empire of Storms is amazing, and the fucking cliffhanger at the end of it. I started my year by choosing violence because I did the tandem read of Empire Storms and Tower of Dawn and then read Kingdom of Ash straight afterwards, and I chose violence because I read 3 of the thickest books I own at the very start of this year, and just, yeah. But yeah, no, Empire Storms, absolutely incredible. Love it. The cliffhanger at the end just made me question my sanity. But that's why I just went straight on to Kingdom of Ash after I finished reading Tower of Dawn, because you have to, with the tandem read, you finish Empire Storms before you finish Tower of Dawn. I'm so glad I did the tandem read, because if I'd read Empire Storms and then had to read Tower of Dawn before I knew what happened in Kingdom of Ash, I think I actually would have lost my mind. Okay. Up next we have The Wingman by Stephanie Archer. This is another one going into Loved It. I absolutely adore this book. I think it was so cute. I don't normally love Friends to Lovers that much, but with this one I thought it was very, very good, and I had a very good time with it, and I just think it's very fun. Okay, we're on to our very last row of books now. Okay, so next we have one of my babies, Rewind It Back by Liz Tom Ford. This is going straight into 6-star faves. It's kind of ironic that I just said I don't normally like Friends to Lovers, because that's a lie, actually. I do enjoy Friends to Lovers, but I don't enjoy it as much as I do Enemies to Lovers. But Rewind It Back, honestly, the entire Windy City series brings me life. It brings me life. I absolutely adore the Windy City series. It's one of the best series I've ever read. I love the books. I love the characters. I love the whole found family aspect with it. I love the just relationships between all of them. I love all of the couples. And just, honestly, getting to finally have Rio's story. My baby. Just 6-star. I need to reread the series at some point. I wish I could reread it for the first time again, but sadly I cannot. Okay, up next we have The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. This one is going to go into Liked It. I thought this was a very good book. It's a very sweet little rom-com. I really liked the characters. I really liked the story. I thought it was quite fun because in this one it was actually a female bodyguard. Normally, obviously, in like books like this it's a male bodyguard, but it was a female bodyguard. And yeah, it was just a very good book. Very fun, very charming, and just had a great time with it. Okay, up next we have Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J Maas. This one is obviously going into 6-star faves. Oh my god. I cried, okay? I was so sad when I finished this series because it's honestly phenomenal. But there's a specific chapter in this book, and if you know, you know. Insert clip of me crying at a chapter here. Yeah. Nothing more needs to be said. Okay, next we have Unravel Me by Becca Mack. This is the third book in the Play for Keep series, and this one is going to go into Loved It. I really enjoyed this one. I didn't enjoy it as much as Play With Me, but I did enjoy it more than Consider Me. It was a fun book. I liked the characters, and the main guy in that, Adam, is my favourite male now. Just saying. Okay, up next we have Not Another Love Song by Julie Soto. This one is going into It's a No From Me. For the first 50% of this book, I was really enjoying it, and I was looking at giving it a 3 or 4 star. And then the last 50% of the book happened, and I ended up giving it a 2 star because just no. The first 50% was so good, and then the last 50% just slowly got worse and worse for me. And I genuinely was just I physically can't handle this book anymore. Okay, next we have Fearless by Lauren Roberts. This one is going into 5-star amazing. I absolutely love, like I said, the Powerless series. I thought Fearless was amazing. It made me sad, especially a specific scene. If you've read it, you know. Just this series kind of broke me. My favorite book in the series is the Powerful novella. Just something about that book just kind of destroyed me. So yeah, that one's my favorite, but I really enjoyed Fearless. It was very good. Okay, next we have Wild Love by Elsie Silver. This one I've been kind of conflicted about because I love Elsie Silver as an author and I love her writing. But this one, I just something about it didn't click with me as much. So I'm going to put it into liked it because I did enjoy it when I was reading it. But it's not a favourite of hers that I've read. I thought it was fun, but it just wasn't something that I'm going to constantly think about, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to do these next two at the same time. So we have Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood, which is the first one. Yeah, this one's going to go into 5-star amazing. I absolutely adored the first Crescent City book. I thought it was amazing. I loved the characters and the story. I just had a great time with it. And I can't wait to read the third book in the series, because I did read the second book pretty recently, actually. And I'm going to put this one into loved it. I did really enjoy House of Sky and Breath, but it wasn't as good as House of Earth and Blood for me. I still liked it, but the majority of the first half of it was very much filler. The second half, it was amazing and I absolutely adored it, and it did really make me excited to read book 3 in the series. But yeah, just it wasn't as good as the first one for me, but I still loved it. Okay, next we have The Legacy. This one is going to go into liked it. I did like this. It was fun, it was sweet, it was nice getting to see the off-campus characters a few years later, but it just wasn't anything that I was screaming from the rooftops about. Okay, next we have Taming 7. This one I'm going to put it into 5-star amazing, because even though I adore the entire Boys of Tommen series, Taming 7 isn't a favourite in the series for me. I absolutely love it though. I love Gibbsy and Claire. More Gibbsy than anything, but since reading Releasing, it's not as high on my list of favourites in the Boys of Tommen series, but I still love it and it's still a 5-star for me because it is a Boys of Tommen book. Okay, next one is Wild and Wrangled. This one is sadly going to have to go into just liked it. This is my least favourite in the Rebel Blue Ranch series. I just didn't really enjoy it all that much. I just I thought it was cute and it was sweet. I've just read better cowboy romances. And then the final one is another one going into, it's a no from me, and that is Phantasma. I gave this like a 2-star. Honestly, this is the first book ever to make me hate spice. You know me, I love a good spicy book. That's evident by a lot of the books that are on my list that I've read so far this year. But this one, specifically, I just felt like the spice was so awkward and unnecessary. And I didn't like the pacing all that much. And I was just bored. I was just kind of bored. I didn't like the characters or anything, and I just felt like there was some plot holes, and just, yeah, wasn't really for me. Okay, so that is officially it. That is my tier ranking of all of the books that I've read so far this year. I think I've had some pretty amazing reads so far this year. I've really enjoyed a lot of the ones that I've read. Obviously there was a couple in there that I wasn't the biggest fan of as well, but I think the majority of them were really good. But that is officially it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment and subscribe, and hit that little notification bell below so you know when I upload. I upload every Friday at 6 p.m. and every Tuesday at 5 p.m. with a reading vlog. And if you want to catch me anywhere else, I always have all of my socials linked in the description below. I have my TikTok, my Instagram, my Goodreads, everything like that down there. But that is it for today. I will catch you guys next time.